Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. It is 4 minutes past the hour on this 26th day. See that? What happens when you forget to check stuff? Hold on for it. Six. Yeah. And I sometimes wake up just a tad bit later than I should. Beta told me. Today is the 26th day of September. Freedom and Fun Friday, and he that the sun sets free is free indeed. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Yours truly, Joe Dupree, in the building. I'm never in the building by myself. She is the CEO of Pimpin' Positivity. You know her from In the Passenger Seat with Alethea Crimmins. Y'all put it together for my girl, Queen herself. Sister Alethea's in the building. Good morning.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Girl, you see, I just changed the date on my calendar. I just woke up. I'm
Oh,
here.
goodness.
I am here. And I see that you're here with us for a little while. And thank you
Yeah,
for being here with us for a little while. Oh, it's Friday. Better known
it
as Friday.
is. It is. Whew.
How was your week?
It was good. It was very productive. I think I told you whenever we talk, I feel like I am working constantly. I I feel like now I just don't get a break. It's like I'm
Yeah,
just
yeah. I feel like I'm like you, nonstop, nonstop. I didn't get home until late last night for working and doing projects and conference calls and prepping for another podcast and working on other podcasts. You know, people only see me doing this podcast, not knowing I manage about 5 other podcasts. We're always doing things. And speaking about somebody who's always doing something, he probably just got off the job too. It is our resident Lamar Burton. Reading is fundamental. Y'all put it together for Sean P and the Sean P Experience. Good morning, Sean P.
What up? What up? What's going on with y'all, man? Happy Friday, man.
Yes, happy Friday.
Yes, it is. As the resident book person, Joe, I want to announce I was able to attend the Jesmyn Ward book event here in the local area. You sent me the flyer, right?
Yes,
I have
sir.
a couple comments about that, Joe. Jesmyn Ward is said to be this day's Toni Morrison, this day's Alice Walker. She's one of the only people to ever win more than one National Book of the Year award recipients, right? And a bunch of other awards. Oprah Winfrey book pick. You would think that the auditorium would have been packed out, Joe.
It wasn't.
You would think there'd be standing room only.
It wasn't.
I can't park the car. I better get there early.
Right.
Unfortunately, and I'm sad to report, for this area, it was not like that. And second of all,
how many folk were there? How many folk were there? Out of curiosity, give me a guesstimate. Give me a guesstimate.
About 40 something. 40 something people. That's pushing it. There's an auditorium, remember, empty seats. I look around to my left and my right, looking around, empty seats. And I want to also report, I keep on seeing over and over again at these book events, though. Not a lot of us in the building. Whenever it's our people that's headlining the event, one of our brightest minds of today, and
you said there was 40 giving it, and that's kind of upping it. How many black and brown folks was in there to support this sister?
It had to be under 10. It had to be under 10. Under 10. Under. And Joe, when I go to a lot of different book events, this is a common thing I'm seeing, which is why I'm discussing it today on the radio, because I want to know why. It was a free event. See, when I say this, people always say, well, so folk can't afford. I didn't spend one penny that night, Joe. I didn't spend one red penny.
Well, in my humble opinion, and maybe Alethea can chime in with me, in my humble opinion, just like many things that we don't pay attention to how the propaganda machine has fed this into our spirit, and we are then now taking on the mantle of the propaganda machine has told us you don't need to read. Reading's not fundamental. Books are not important. And here's how you get your information. You get it from Alethea. You get it from a Joe. But hold it. They really don't want you getting it from Alethea or Joe. They tell you you need to listen to a Joe Rogan. You need to listen to a Charlemagne the God. The propaganda machine tells you that don't read it for yourself. Charlemagne is an influencer, and influencers know they're going to read it for you, and they're going to tell you what it said, and you need to trust every word they say because they did the reading for you. You don't need to read it for yourself. We have been desensitized to doing it ourselves. So we let other folks, that's why half of you go to church, because you don't want to read the Bible for yourself. I'll sit there and let somebody else read it, tell me their interpretation of it. And if it sounds good and fits my scenario, I'll say, hallelujah, amen. And here, thank you. Let me pay you for doing what I should be doing myself. Alicia.
Tell the truth this morning. But because it's not entertainment to their standards. It's not entertainment. And we as a people, we always want to be entertained. And if it's not something that is entertaining to us, then we are not going to partake in it. And that's just what it is. Like we live in that kind of world where you have to have some type of entertainment to keep our attention.
So hold on, Sean, before I come back to you. I saw the video you posted of this beautiful black sister. And she had a pole and some high heels on and had put a flyer out saying, come and throw some ones at her. I promise you, there would have been a
Packed.
lot of folk in there talking about, ooh, wait. Go ahead, Shai.
But to the business of books, right? Because I'm in the book world, I talk all the time about the business of books. She said there were multiple times in her career, the publisher told her, man, they don't want to read that. They don't want to read those characters. They don't want to read that scene because they're not seeing many of us at these events. So to their perception, we're not coming out to get those things. We don't buy those things because their audience is a different audience. But Joe, we want to stay on social media. We want representation. I want to see myself in the story. I want to see myself on the big screen, but you're not with your dollars or your presence literally supporting the thing. It makes no sense to me. I never understood it.
It comes back to laziness. And that's just what it is. It all comes down to laziness. If it takes too much work, I'm not going to do it. It takes too much work for me to have to pick up a book and read it for myself. That takes too much work. It's too long. So I would rather just watch the movie when it comes out. I would rather just watch the series. I'd rather hear somebody else talk about it. But what I'm not going to do is read it myself because that would require me to work. And I don't want to do that.
John.
So Joe, let's talk about fake outrage. What do I mean by fake outrage, Joe? People online with their keyboard talking about, oh, they banning all the books. They banning our book. They taking all the curriculum out the school for our history. But whenever the people that write said books are there, you don't come out and show your face. You don't buy the book.
So let me just but let me just explain something to you. They don't care. This is for click, like, and share. Whatever is trending is what they are going to talk about. They could care less about a book. They probably don't own one. Their last book was probably Redfish, Bluefish. They don't know. They have no idea about books, but because book banding is now trending, they're going to speak about it because they only want the click, likes, and shares. They don't give a damn about none of that. None of that.
They are talking about what's in the news cycle because they want to be an influencer that sounds relevant. And
Yes.
It is our brother Dapper Dan himself, the scholar, the great connoisseur of good cigars and fine liquor, brother Bowtie himself. Good morning, my brother. How are you this morning?
Good morning, gentlemen, and the beautiful elite there. How you doing, my love?
I'm good. How are you?
Fine, girl. You looking amazing. What is it? The glow is here. The glow is here.
I mean, I keep telling y'all I do what I do when I can do it.
You never. Let me say this: you never didn't look unattractive. You always looked attractive, but for some reason this week you're glowing like you're really glowing.
It's about this week.
It's all about this week.
I am like a fine wine.
I should have played that song. It's just something about that sauce.
Yeah. Them little boys in their classroom, little boys in your classroom probably saying, "I wish I was grown, man."
I got a boyfriend. He told me. He told me that he told me that he is my boyfriend.
He is.
Okay.
Right. Name it and claim it. Name it and claim it.
Yeah, he claimed it.
Yeah, that's what he said. I'm naming and claiming.
He told his mama that I am the most beautiful girl that he has ever seen, and that he has a big crush on me, and he told me to my face, Miss Thea, I just want you to know that you're my girlfriend. I said, okay, but look, I can't be that at school. Like I could.
That's black love at its finest.
He said, "Got him.
That's black love at its finest.
Hey, family, you guys to once again pay attention. There was something I wanted to play, and I don't know if I'm going to play it. What y'all cannot do. And when I say y'all, that's anybody who does this. In my opinion, what y'all cannot do, and I will not allow to be done, is to compare CK to MLK. Don't do that around me. I will quickly tell you, please don't do that. You're comparing apples to oranges. And I did say apples to oranges, so I'm not gonna be ugly like somebody said. Somebody said, no, you comparing good grapes to prunes. No, I'm not gonna put that man in that category. But you are not hold it. You're not gonna have me with a man who was one of the youngest men of his time to receive the Nobel Prize. You're not gonna have it that a man who had a PhD in his youth. I'm struggling to get one in my elderly age. This man had it in his youth. And you're not gonna sit there and try to compare this man to don't do that. Don't please don't insult me.
Why are we still in these other people business?
Here's why. Because they tried.
My question.
Hold it. Because they tried, and I sent it to Sean. I didn't send it to you, I sent it to Bowtie. They went and tried to give this man a national holiday like MLK.
Yep, and they trying to put him on the currency right now.
Put him on the currency. Yep.
Yep.
Now Harriet Tubman's still waiting, huh? Harriet Tubman's still waiting.
Harriet Tubman's still waiting. Well, I think that's the reason why it ain't gonna happen, because we got a little bit of fight in us. But Joe, it's funny you sent me that video last night. I was on a conservative podcast. I was like, I guess one of the co-hosts or whatnot. It didn't go well. And it's black conservatives at that. And I told them, they tried a comparison. I said, why you didn't add the doctor? You can put the CK and the MLK. I'd be interested in your debate, but make sure you put Dr. MLK, because you have to.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Right.
But you know what they said? One of them was real honest with himself. He said, because that will void the argument. I know. You got one person who dropped out of college. The other person who went and got his PhD before he was 25. So
hold it. In some circles, this is what really gets me. And right now, pay attention, because James Comey is being indicted. Y'all got to pay attention to the small things. You got to pay attention to this man now, the man who tried to build a case against you. Now that you're in the position of power, you're now building a case against him. If he listen, here's why I tell y'all to pay attention. If they do it at a certain level and get away with it, they will begin to do it as small. Pay attention to the big level, because they do it at the small level too. They do these little tests to see, will it work? The deployment of the National Guard in Washington, D.C. was a test.
Yep.
If it can be done here, where else can it be done? When certain things, once again, and I said this yesterday, and I want to say it again, because I was in here by myself and I needed to be by myself yesterday. Please pay attention to the shooting in Dallas that just occurred. They have still perpetuated that this individual was shooting at ICE agents. No ICE agent got shot or killed. But here's what happened. An immigrant, illegal or not. Hold it. Two got injured, one got killed. So let's take the immigrant title off of that. 2 human beings got injured and 1 human being got killed. Forget if they were illegal or not. They're still human. And
Joe, I don't think that's a cause for death. They was already being deported. They was already on their way to be deported. And I'm gonna tell you something that I'm not buying, Joe. The narrative of the anti-ICE, because the people who's against it, which is mostly Democrats or people who have people in their family who are immigrants or have immigrants, we don't say anti-ICE. We say no to ICE. We don't. This is a new word, anti-ICE. That doesn't come from the Democratic side, and I'm not a Democrat, but I think, as you said, Joe, I agree with you. I don't even think that the crime in DC is really enough for him to deploy the National Guard. I think he's trying to show something and do something. I think his mindset is to be out of dictator communists. And all dictator and communists have all ran their countries by having militaries. They having that meeting next week with 400 or 500 generals and admirals. Trust me, it's going to be about control. It has nothing to do with color, but he had to cover it up and mask it out for, I guess, the YT people, make it feel like, oh yeah, this is an issue. But as we stated, and as we've been talking about for the last 2 weeks, particularly me, most black states, not even most Democratic cities, not even in the top 10. There's only one Democratic state in the top 10 with high crime rates. So why target DC?
Well,
And then
Not
and
not
then
to beat
he
you up,
was
not to beat you up, Joe, but your
no, but
hometown and your home state and where you at is in the top 10.
oh yeah,
but then
definitely.
but then they were talking about coming to New Orleans. I need people to know that New Orleans is a different kind of animal.
Mm. Yeah, like
New
Chicago.
New Orleans, we are what, like Kendrick said, they not like us. New Orleans is a different type of animal. Like you have people that actually say I am from the 9 and I don't mind dying, and they really don't. So
Hey,
they
and
play that mess,
that's the saying.
and if they think that they can play that mess and come down to New Orleans where the heavy hitters live, come on,
Hold
come
on.
on.
Let me tell
Even
y'all
Memphis.
something.
Wait a minute. Y'all do understand that little short lady on the first 48, the little short black lady? Come on
Mm.
now. From Memphis, Tennessee. There's a
Yeah.
reason why the first 48 was in Memphis 10. Come on.
Mm.
Listen, y'all hey, F around and find out. That's all I got. And see, here's the thing about it. What they don't want to tell you is most of the folks in the National Guard and a lot of folks who are being deployed to this place is black and brown folks that look like you and I.
Mm.
So once again, it saddens me that we don't pay attention. It saddens me that we always try to put, and I hate to say it, Lord, forgive me. You know my heart. You know it's good right now. But we always try to put Jesus and God into this thing from the standpoint of view of look at the evil that these folks are doing. I literally last night heard on a conservative podcast a person say, well, CK was calling out all the people who were doing all the evil, sleeping with one another, same sex and all this. And I was like, but did CK call out President Trump for all the fornication he been doing?
Or the
Of
kids.
course not.
Or Elon Musk daddy.
I said, wait a minute. So we quantify sin now? We only talk about the sin that we can talk about that offends
They
us?
always did. Like what? That's
So
nothing new.
I had when I and I just like you, brother Bowtie, put in the comment. I said so the only I put in one comment. I said the only sin we talk about is the sins that supposedly affect us. We don't talk about grabbing them in the pee, and we don't talk about all these different women and all these different babies. We don't talk about that. Guess who got blocked from the conservative chat room on that conversation? I put one comment in and could not put no more. You have been banned.
What do you mean when they make murder out to be a bigger sin than homosexuality? Like you can murder somebody and that's okay, but baby, you better not be gay up in here because I'm trying to tell you going straight to hell, because apparently I got so many DMs because I did not get invited to the rapture, but you still here, so neither was you. So I mean, I'm just like I just found that so comical. I was like, I didn't get my an invite, but you still here, so baby, you ain't go nowhere either. But as far as the military being black and brown, I think that they are finding a legal way for us to destroy each other.
Right. So 25 minutes past the hour. I know, Alethea, you're going to have to be going soon. Brother Bowtie,
before you leave, Alethea, I just want you to know that all black people actually was invited to the rapture, and we went to Anita Baker, caught up in a rapture of love.
I thought the Hurricane Humberto, of all names they were going to name it, they named it Humberto. But I thought that y'all were going to get a little, but look like the people that need to really be worried is the Carolinas and Georgia.
Yeah,
Okay.
Carolina, South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia. Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to check in on brother Fatim and make sure that he all right, because
Well,
he even
you
though
know what's crazy, Joe? I don't know if you've seen it, but it's actually like two storms that kind of
right,
merged.
right,
So
right.
I think what's going to happen, Joe. I think Florida still need to be concerned because they can't really track it what they saying because this storm is very unique. They just have it most of the time turning left. But I assume if it turns left, it's going to come back down to the south. So I think Florida
Ooh,
still need to be
you gotta pay
concerned.
attention. Pay
Yeah,
attention.
it's either this storm is going to come back to Florida or it's going to go towards you guys towards Louisiana.
On the 26th day of September, what I want to say is y'all don't get so lackadaisical because no hurricane has hit so far that you don't be prepared. So I wanted to tell you, please be prepared. I know that Alethea, I'm pretty sure in the schools they always talk about preparedness because they
Yes.
running fire drills, hurricane drills, tornado drills, active shooter drills,
All the
all,
drills.
all the drills. So you know, and listen, be vigilant in everything, because these days and times you don't know what's going to happen. I'm still tripping out about Tennessee State and these two people who were MAGA. So now it's been confirmed. I got all my information. Who went to Tennessee State, set up a table. Go ahead, brother
Now,
Shafi.
now, Joe, for everybody at the HBCUs to be mindful of this, they're trying to bait you.
Right.
Don't let them bait you, man. Don't get kicked out of school. Don't lose your scholarships. Don't lose your, funding and everything like that behind these people. Don't touch nobody if you know. Protect yourself, but don't touch nobody. Like, go to class, ignore the noise, man. They're trying to
I
bait you on purpose. They're trying to
Right.
bait you.
brother Sean, I agree with you to an extent. And me and Joe was talking about this the other day. If you come in my house, there's no way you come into my house to rob me, and I'm prepared with blockers, or even if I'm just prepared with these, there's no way that I'm not going to fight for my freedom, my life, or what's mine. We have to look at one point in time. We have to look, our enemies in our face and say, "Are you really ready for this?"
Right.
I'm
Hey, hold
ready
it.
for this.
I'm just saying,
Because
be
the reason
smart
why I
about
say
it.
this, the reason
Be
why I say
smart.
this, brother Sean P. Hear me out, Sean P. They can debate, but they can do it the right way. Even Charlie Kirk knew not to go to HBCUs, but even all the schools that he went to, he got approved by these schools. He was invited by these schools. He didn't just show up and stuff like that. If these white kids really want to bait and they want to actually have a nice conversation, they could have found a Starbucks, an extra Starbucks. They could have found a place at a public park. Public park is always free, but they knew what their intentions was. Now I would tell you what my issue is. My issue is not them trying us. My issue is us, tap dancing and being on some BS. Like we will fight someone for, these Greek fraternities. They'll fight you for sitting on their yard or sitting on a sign on the yard or wearing a paraphernalia. Like this is something that you should be fighting for. I hate that we have put individuality over our whole common goal. I don't care what Greek, I don't care what fraternity you belong to, whether you're a Mason, Elk, Odd Fellas, Jew, whatever divine night, you still black first before you was any one of these things. But
And you're
yeah,
right.
that's my point. I mean, like
Why
I
hold it.
hear you,
Now,
Sean.
now they got him off campus. They got him.
Yeah.
Hold it. For once, I was very proud of the Tennessee, which I happen to know. That's why I ain't gonna give all my sources. I happen to know some folks who are on Tennessee State campus security, law enforcement, not security, the actual popo that say
Mhm.
Tennessee State. These folk, they, hey, did y'all gentlemen get permission? Why are you here? You got to go. The only reason we're not arresting you is because we understand the bigger picture. Now, let's be truthful about this. Had I showed up and there are private PWIs that have not one black person that attends that school.
Mhm.
Let's call it what it is. There are private PWIs that have universities in this country that does not have one black person enrolled in their school because they're private, and they can do it like that. If I showed up on that campus with a bunch of brothers, not only are they going to probably try to cause harm to us, they are going to arrest us, and we're gonna be all on Fox News.
No, for
We're
sure.
gonna
You
be
go to
all on
jail.
Fox News. I'm
You going
telling
to
you,
jail for trespassing.
right? For definitely. And with that being said, it's about that time. 31 minutes past the hour. Y'all put it together for that man. That man, mama. There go that man. Who got sports on his mind. Y'all
What's
put it
going
together
on?
for Brother Elijah. What's happening, brother?
Nothing much, man. Before I do, are you talking about that TSU situation?
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna say this before I even go. I was talking to some people about it yesterday, and I personally feel like they knew what to do, because I feel like if it was an older African American crowd, I don't think nobody would acknowledge it. Probably would have been like, just trespass and get off the thing. They knew that they was gonna get some teenagers rowdy, try to make them do something that they weren't supposed to do, or make us seem like we were animals. So it's funny that you say that. I was like, yo, they knew what crowd to go to. They knew what to do. Because I think if they went to, like I said, they went to an older generation, it would have been like, they do just move. I mean, you could support who you want to support, going out that way. I know at the end, the kids were throwing like cups and stuff on the car, and that they got the reaction that they wanted to make it seem like we were wild animals. But they did that on purpose, coming to our campus, or coming to a campus that knows, that was minding their own business. You didn't hear nothing come from TSU. You didn't hear him say nothing bad. You didn't hear him say nothing outrageous. You didn't hear nobody say anything. So,
yeah. Talk to me, man. What we got going on in sports, brother? It's the weekend, baby. Game day is going to be where? With Penn State and where game day gonna be at?
I mean, personally, I thought it would be with LSU Ole Miss.
I did too, but it seems to be they're going with.
They're going to. Let me look at it one more time, because I know.
Is it Oregon, Penn State? Who is it? It's somebody. It's two people that are also.
That would be a nice one, Oregon and Penn State.
I think it's also somebody else who they made an announcement. I was like, man, I was just looking at that myself.
Yeah, it'll be Oregon and Penn State.
That's it. That's where they're going. And they're playing in Oregon, right? Or are they playing at Pitt? Huh?
In Oregon.
Yeah,
so who you guys think will win that one?
Woo!
Oregon. I'm gonna go Oregon.
I'm gonna say Penn State.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
I say Penn, man. I say Penn.
Well, y'all better start writing then.
Hey, biggest balls say there's the state Penn got girls of Penn State.
hey, I gotta say the following, brother Bowtie. Lately, bro, all your teams ain't been doing well. So you say Oregon, you might have just gave Oregon the death sentence. Right?
Now, I got another question for y'all. The transfer portal has they probably put a nail in it. They're not going to let them do as much. So the spring transfer portal is no longer there. They got the transfer portal that only could happen right after the season, or during the season. So December, I think it's the 10th to the 14th, or January 1st. I want to say you have that time to transfer. If you don't transfer in that time, it is over with. So what do y'all think about these guys? Now you don't have a spring transfer. You could transfer one time, and that's that window. If you don't get through that window, it's over. What do you guys think?
You hear the hand snaps? You hear them? About time? Hold it. About time?
Now I tell you what this I like to add, like for them to add, Elijah. Not only can they only transfer one time, but I think that they should only be able to transfer throughout their whole collegiate career to only one school.
Ooh.
These going to 2 or 3 different schools, like, I know you're younger than us, but I'm used to our college athletes playing 3 or 4 years or 2 or 3 years at one college, but now these people playing for 2 or 3 different colleges, I don't know, but and I'm not saying they can't transfer from one school to another school. I'm just saying, hey, you only have one shot to transfer, so make it count,
Well, I think it's kind of starting that mentality early, but the bow tie, like, even in the pros, they hop all over the place now. And most times they hop it all over. So like in the college, even in high school and AAU, they start early with the mindset of being an individual. I'm not trying to be a part of a team, and we're gonna grow together and build. It's pretty much whatever's good for me this year, I'm going with my move. You know what I'm saying? Because
Mhm.
I'm a brand. I'm a brand now. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with both of y'all. I think that I think you should only be able to transfer to one school. I'm tired of all this hipping and hopping and stuff. But like you said, you're a brand now. There's kids committing to Tennessee because of some money that's going to be thrown around. Florida because of some money that's thrown around. Miami that's going to be throwing the money that's around. They're going to be committing because of their brand and who they think they are and what they have to offer to this table. And I agree with you more though. I remember back in the day where Cam Newton was backing up Tim Tebow. And I remember things like that. That Cam Newton didn't just go, "Hey, I'm going to leave." Real reason why he really transferred in my eyes is because he got in trouble. I don't think he would have transferred if it wasn't for those allegations that was brought about computers and stuff like that. I think they set him back, and then that's when he transferred somewhere else. So I remember those days where they sat behind people, and then they played like a year later or two. So
yeah, Tua
sat behind Jalen Hurts.
Sat behind Hurts. Yeah.
I'm gonna also add that was the golden age of college sports, man. Like I'm a basketball guy more than anything, but like the classic days of college basketball, those guys were together for years. Those old UCLA teams and
Yeah.
Kentucky teams and UNLV and all these schools, that was
Mm-hmm.
multiple years of guys together. North
Gators.
Carolina, Duke
Yeah.
University, like every night.
So why we saying that, Sean? Do you think? Because I mean, I feel like, do you think the college game is trying to get a pro feel to it? And if it is, do you think it's like, do you think it's ruining that field as a whole?
I do think that you're right. They're trying to do a pro field, but it is dampening college sports, man, from what it was.
And I agree with you. And I look at it on both sides. It is dampening college sports. It's not as entertaining now that a lot of these things has been introduced, including an NIL deal. But at the same time, I look at the other side and I think of how many of these kids actually lost out of a college profiting off their likeness. I never been a fan of no team outside of the Florida Gators, but I have to be honest. I did have a Peter Ward jersey, and I did have a Rod Wilson Michigan jersey. I'm like, damn, he didn't profit off that. But if you can imagine the amount of jerseys these young men, the school or the whoever, like they could have made a lot of money. They could have saved their lives. So I like the window of opportunity open that some of these kids who plan 3 or 4 years at college, they can go home with at least $1 million or $2 million and possibly start a business or whatever, buy a house or something like that, because the school was gonna make millions off them anyway, and they wasn't gonna see nothing.
I'm gonna tell you right now, when I was in junior high and high school, I watched college sports more than the pros, to be honest, bro. I
Mm-hmm.
watched college ball way more than the pros.
A lot of us still do that, and it is 40 minutes past the hour. And at the end of the day, it is the money. If it ain't about the money, yeah, don't. T.I. said it best. If it ain't about the money, miss me with it. So at the end of the day, it is a business, and it is a multi-billion-dollar business. We have to start being more business minded as student athletes and as individuals who are the support staff of student athletes. I need to see more Black and brown folks in the roles of agent, in the roles of because there's money out there to be made in sports and sports entertainment. I'm still laughing about how big WWE and WWF has got. I remember I grew up on Billy Dundee, Jerry Lawler, Handsome Jimmy Baggett,
the
junkyard dog. I grew up on Tojo Mamamoto.
Hey, you guys want to hear something funny about Junkyard Dog?
What?
Actually, I got a question for you, Elijah. Has it been confirmed that Shello signed with the 49ers yet?
I was looking at that. I didn't see him confirmed or signed or anything yet. I know that he was with the team.
I seen the message this morning say that they signed him, but I was waiting to actually before you get on to ask him.
Yeah, I seen that he was working out with the team, but I didn't see that he signed. Yeah, it says he tried out, but it didn't say that. Let me see.
Okay.
They said he worked them out on Tuesday, but they didn't say nothing about signing.
Hey, once again, y'all got to pay attention when things happen. After what they did, see, they did the test dummy test on Kaepernick. They said, let us do this to Kaepernick. Let's see, you do understand Kaepernick has not been a quarterback since, right? You do understand he has not been on a team since, right? So now that they made it work with one under one scenario, all we got to do is change the scenario and make it work with another. Because we've done it once, we can do it again. The Bible says there's nothing new under the sun. So when they try something out, they trying to see, hey, can we get away with this? And once they get away with it and they see that there's minimal kickback, because there was minimal kickback, because if there was major kickback, Kaepernick would have got his job back.
Joe,
This
but Joe,
this goes back to
why
what I
is
was
that?
saying last week, Joe. This is where we messing up. Not last week, the week before. What are we doing wrong with our mindset when it comes to our athletes playing sports? How is it that Tom Brady not only has a $375 million contract as a sports analyst, but he also a owner of the Oakland Raiders? Like, what is our athletes, and I'm talking about particularly black and brown athletes, what is their mindset? Are they still, when they make it there, like, hey, let me compete with the other black athletes to see who got more money, who got a bigger car? Like, I think there should be a union form with black athletes say, hey, man, this is your choice. When you make this money, once you reach $500 million, you got to invest in one of these teams because this is our future goal ownership for these teams. But I know it ain't gonna happen because it has to be, it has to involve money, and blacks with money is not really a nice subject to have with anyone. But
I
I
think
just want our mindset is messed up. Ownership. Go ahead.
I just think that it depends on the organization because I think Tom Brady played under Robert Kraft, who Robert Kraft wasn't afraid to share the wealth. I think that some of these guys will hold. I don't like. I think if somebody went to Jerry Jones for some game of how to be an owner and be next, he'd probably tell him shut up and sit in his place.
Right.
I don't think that anybody will be willing to share some of this stuff. It depends on your owner. It depends on the organization because not every. Think about it, they're not all trying to help somebody. Because why am I teaching you to take my job? Not everybody's going to try to do that. And I think personally, with Robert Kraft, I think that's what he's doing. He will do with somebody like a Tom Brady.
But if we smart, there's 32 NFL teams. There's many states without an NFL team. So what I'm trying to say, if we come together with our
Yeah.
mindset and say, okay,
That's
let's go give Alabama an NFL team. That way people in Alabama don't have to root for the Cowboys or the Steelers or a Florida team or a Georgia team. Or let's go give Utah. There's many states without an NFL team. But once again, there'll be the mindset of our black athletes to say, okay, let's get this ownership down. Instead of us going to buy $5 million worth of jewelry and show off our $20 million mansion, let's all put in $10 million. And I don't care if we only own 7 or 8% of the team. There's ownership, and then we can actually draft our own people, teach our own people. We don't have to worry about any criticism. Our people can take a knee on the goddamn field,
My only problem with the Alabama thing, Sean, I'm sorry before I let you go. Only problem with the Alabama thing is in Alabama, even if you put a professional football team there, anybody gonna give a damn about the number of time. Like this. You go to LSU?
What? You don't think people like Auburn like that?
No, I mean I think Auburn's the side chick, the sweetheart on the side. Like put like this.
Bama. We don't give nothing about. We don't give a piss about nothing but the
time. You go to Louisiana right now. The number one team that they care about is the Tigers.
Go Tigers.
And then it's possibly the Saints, and then all the way at the bottom is the Pelicans. The Tigers is number one. They don't care about.
I think the Saints number one.
Oh no. Hell no! Oh hell no!
Care about the Saints like they care about the Tigers.
See, bow tie.
I'm talking about from the outside looking in. I mostly hear people saying who that.
Right, hold it. Because bow tie from the outside looking in, just like in the great state of Florida, the only city we think that's in the great state of Florida is Miami. Not knowing there's a whole bunch of other states in the great state of Florida. Same thing in Louisiana. The only city they think is in the, to be exact, a lot of folks think that the only city in Louisiana or the only place that exists in Louisiana is New Orleans. There's nothing outside of New Orleans but swamp and gators.
Yeah. I actually was just telling someone last night that they want to go to New Orleans. New Orleans has great food, but I said, Lafayette, Ruston, Opelousas, like some of these places, like their food is way better. Baton Rouge.
Yeah.
I said, I say to be honest with you, not to bring race in it, but I think that's the only state in America where white and black people can cook.
But I think what, both I see a lot more LSU shirts and memorabilia every day versus
Mm-hmm.
Saint memorabilia. I see
Mm.
way more LSU hats and stuff on the
Gotcha.
truck and all that versus Saint
Okay.
memorabilia.
Bro, if we had to go down activities, Joe, tell me I'm lying, Joe. If we had activities of LSU game, Mardi Gras, uh, a Saints game, and a Pelicans game, Mardi Gras LSU be number 1 and number 2. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
And hold up, it'd be a fight depending on who else. If it was in the heydays when Saban was there playing with Alabama, you might have a split crowd.
Mm.
you might have a
Mardi
split
Gras
crowd.
LSU, number 1, number 2.
Hey, I have a question for you guys. When is Mardi Gras season?
It's like February, huh? February.
Okay, I'm gonna come next year. I really don't want to come for the parade. I just want to come eat and see how the outskirts of some situations look. You know, I'm tired of Bourbon Street.
Yeah, if you go to New Orleans, I say go see New Orleans because there's more to New Orleans
Well,
than
don't they have a Mardi Gras festival in Baton Rouge as well?
well, they have one in Lafayette.
Yeah,
The two
all
Lafayette.
kind of
Okay,
shit, bro.
okay, okay,
Homer, Thibodeau, all that. Yeah.
okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay.
the most family friendly Mardi Gras is in Lafayette.
Okay.
It is known to be the family friendly Mardi Gras. If you want to get down there to the other Mardi Gras, you take it down to New Orleans.
Yeah, you got to come with your bulletproof
If
vest possible.
if you come with your lady, put some shades on. You never know what you're gonna see. You gotta
Right.
put the darkest shades you ever had in your life. Put them on, son. Put them
Right.
on.
It learn how to have a stiff neck because if you move left, right, you might get checked on some things. And listen, let me mention one other place where my friends in Alabama will not say, there they go again. The home and the original place of Mardi Gras, it go down too, which is Mobile, Alabama. So
Mhm.
places I infer that you go experience Mardi Gras at is the original place of Mardi Gras, which was not
Joe,
New Orleans, which is Mobile, and
Joe,
New Orleans and Lafayette. That's what I infer. You hit those three places, and then you can see what Mardi Gras all about.
I'm bringing Mardi Gras.
I did want to say that, Joe, but I have a neighbor. My neighbor is actually from Alabama, and he just told me that 4 days ago. And he's a white guy, and I
Yeah.
think they had festival in 2 or 3 months or something like that. But
Yeah. I mean that's the original Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras did
Yep.
not start in New Orleans. It started in Mobile, Alabama.
Yep.
I'm about to bring it to Tennessee, y'all. I'll bring Mardi Gras to Tennessee, man.
Yeah. I'm like, y'all got nothing else going on now.
Nah.
Oh, hold on now.
Well, you know what?
They got plenty going on. You just
they do got a lot of whiskey and moonshine.
Hold it. He just in a place where, see, you got to understand, we got more letters because we more betters. We the longest state. We long for a reason.
Okay.
On the side of Tennessee he on, a lot of folk on my side, we don't recognize
Gotcha.
we go, oh, them Tennessee is over there.
It's like Alexandria, Joe.
them over there.
Y'all need y'all probably need another football team in Tennessee though.
They do. They got the title. They got the title.
I need to be like Florida. We got like 3 or 4 powerhouse college teams, and we got 3 NFL teams.
Hold it. Memphis. Now listen, the Memphis Tigers ain't nothing to play with every blue moon. Every blue moon, the Memphis Tigers ain't something to play with.
Who's the Memphis Tigers?
Huh?
Who's the Memphis Tigers? You talking about Tennessee State?
No, I'm talking about the Memphis Tigers. The college, the University of Memphis. Better, you probably knew it as Memphis State in your days of growing up. It's now known as the University of Memphis. Them Tigers in Memphis ain't nothing to play with at times.
Joe, I know you talk about. I'm saying who.
Okay, I understand you saying who. Because hold it, that's what I've been saying every Gator game. Who? Hold it.
We like the Tootsie Roll commercial with the owl. Woo.
Hold it. I've been asking every Gator game. I said, is it the Gator chomp or did somebody go to the dentist and take all the Gator's teeth out?
But you know, I said this in the beginning of the season though. I'm just me being honest and transparent. Before football season even started, I said I believe this would be our coach last year. And I be there to move his ass out.
You wanted to be his last year though.
I really do, and as well as Mike McDaniels. I need that Jeffrey.
Oh, you want Mike more than
looking.
you want Mike more than you want Napier. I just say that.
Yeah. Well, both of them need to go.
Now, but how about this, Joe? No more excuses, man. You guys play Jackson State this weekend. Not Alabama. Not Fresno. You play Jackson State this weekend at home. You're looking at me like, what do you believe?
Hold it. Now I'm not gonna use Dion's phrase on Dion's old team. Here's what I'm going to say.
Here we go.
This game will determine, in my opinion, who the baddest team in the SWAC is. Period.
Well,
who the baddest team and who the baddest band. Because let's just be honest about the record. Jackson State has owned Southern University for the last few years. Owned them. And I make no bones about it. I don't come in here and try to sugarcoat it, make it sound a certain way. No, Jackson State has literally did to Southern University what Southern University has did to Grambling State and the Bayou Classic. Y'all come on in here, play, and give us the trophy.
So basically,
I'm picking Jackson State with both. They going to win on the football field and they going to win on the halftime.
Oh, okay. Your prediction, Elijah?
I might have to go Jackson State too.
Okay.
Well, you know what? Let me say this. So, I don't know if Southern got that quarterback situation figured out. If they do, I could see an upset because it's at Southern.
He's back playing though, right? Isn't the quarterback back playing?
Oh no. Woods is gone. Woods, our starting quarterback received a concussion at Mississippi Valley that literally put me back into the same frame of mind of when. I can be very honest with you. I was at Georgia. No, I was at Georgia when one of our players got paralyzed and is still to this day paralyzed. When we played the University of Georgia at Georgia, we played in between the hedges because I was the SID. I was the acting SID at that time. And that hit took me back to that day. But thank God that Woods is okay. But he's not coming back. We do have two quarterbacks. We actually have the former Jackson State quarterback, the guy who's one of our quarterbacks used to play for Jackson State. But I will say the following. Here's my prediction. Southern will beat Jackson State and shock the world. When it comes down to the bands, we already know Jackson State is good, but they ain't that damn good. The Sonic Boom of the South will sound like the Sonic beat battle of the South up against the Human Jukebox. Man, let me tell you something. y'all, one thing you ain't gonna do is blow Southern out at A.W. Mumford. That ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen. So I predict that Jackson will go back home highly disappointed on two levels. The fifth quarter will be a defeat, and the game will be a defeat. And here's how the headlines will come out of Jackson. We went to Southern and we got cheated like we always do. They won't admit to defeat. All of a sudden, they got cheated at Southern.
Cause you said they won't get blown out at Mumford. Let me call Josh Heupel and tell Tennessee, let's play a game at Jackson State next year. Let's come down there and put about 80 on them boys, man. Let's go down there and put 80 on them boys out there next year, man. And then after that, I'm gonna tell them to play Rocky Top, so that Human Jukebox can hear something that they ain't never heard before.
Hey, I would love for Southern to come and play at Neyland. I would love for us to come to play at Neyland. I would love if we played Georgia at Georgia. I wish that game would have been at Neyland. You know, Between the Hedges was fun, but I would love to play listen, here's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for Colorado to play Jackson State. I'm waiting for Jackson State to go to Colorado. And I'm wondering why that game has not been scheduled.
I wonder why too, Joe. That's a good question. I wonder why too.
Hey, that's what. Do you not understand how many folk gonna show up to that game? And listen, I'm waiting for Jackson State to play Colorado. Come here.
I have to be honest. The Dion, I call it the Dion effect. The Miami Dolphins Stadium is where the University of Miami play at. Also is where they host the Ernst Blossom Stadium. it never been sold out unless it's been a national championship, unless it's been a Super Bowl or Miami Dolphins good game. But I have to admit, when Dion was a coach at Jackson State, man, they sold that stadium out for the Orange Blossom Stadium. And everybody says the Dion effect because ever since then, the Orange Blossom Classic haven't produced that amount of people ever since then.
So how is Dion doing thus far? And if this season is a bust, what happens next?
I think we had to give him a fair chance. I'm like, he's a college coach. So now that he doesn't have his weapons that he came there with, I don't think this will be the end of Dion. I think it's actually will be the beginning of Dion. And everybody will be able to
Well,
see, can he really build? I'm like, and
uh,
his team is not bad. I think the
uh,
issue is more of the coaching. I don't think he has talent on his team.
let me separate
The
good
coaching
coaches
as in
from great.
Dion?
Hold it. Let me separate good coaches from great coaches. Saban, year after year after year, no matter who came and no matter who left, kept a championship caliber team. Dion, I love you, brother. Right now, you're a good coach.
Mhm.
Show me that you got what it takes to be a great coach.
I agree.
And somebody can go and tell Dion Joe said it. Go tell him. Go tell him, because I ain't scared to look him in the face and say, I don't just talk the talk. I show the numbers and walk the walk. So come here.
I think
brother Gilbert Anderson, man, I don't got no problem with Southern. They got a nice band. They got a real nice band. I just don't see them blowing out Jackson State, and I don't see them winning the game. The
I
brother
got a problem with it.
Oh,
I got a problem with Southern.
okay.
I'm
Most
coming.
folks do.
I
Hey
would.
Joe, hold on, Elijah. Joe, you won't get fired or you won't lose anything by
Oh,
going with Jackson State.
hold up. I was getting ready to
Just
go
go with
grab.
Jackson State. You know Southern ain't gonna win both,
Hold up.
Joe.
I was getting ready to go grab my degree and let you know my degree is neither from Jackson State
I
or
know you
Southern.
from Grambling. I got you.
so hold on, but let's make this clear. I'm gonna make it crystal clear. You have to give Southern their props. Now, I'm saying this. I still think Southern has one of the better teams in the SWAC. I just don't think Southern's done put the pieces together. See, you can have all the great players and not put the chemistry together in the right way, and you can get beat by a team that really don't have the talent you got because they have the chemistry. A lot of folks don't understand how crucial timing and chemistry is in football. Your receivers have to feel you. I go back and look at the Joe Burrow era, and then I look at the Jayden Daniels era. Let me tell you something. Jayden Daniels had a better offensive chemistry than Joe Burrow. The thing Joe Burrow had was he had a defense that said, guess what? You're not going to score on us. So Joe Burrow got a national championship and got all these offensive accolades, not because of what he did, but because he had a defense that said, everybody we play, we shutting their offense down. Nobody could shut Joe Burrow's offense down. If Jayden Daniels had that same defense, y'all would have saw another national championship in Baton Rouge. But he didn't. He didn't. And because I understand, you can like it, leave it, or love it. Jayden Daniels was a much better quarterback than Joe Burrow. They'll never tell you that, but he was. I said what I said. It's 1 minute to the top of the hour. With that, Elijah, get us up out of here. Get us up out of here. Tell us about the Fitz Take, and let's go.
Yes, what's going on, guys? I am Elijah, as you can hear. No, I'm only playing, but this is the Fitz Take. We appreciate you sharing and subscribing. We just want to say thank you. We appreciate the love and support that we're getting. Again, thank you for this podcast and being an opportunity to get up here and talk. I want to say this to the young ladies out there. I got like a disturbing message the other day. I hope the story doesn't come out there in Louisiana soon. But be careful out there. Be careful out there who you trust and who you around. Things will happen if you don't be aware of your surroundings. Make great decisions when you're one-on-one with people, and please make the right decision and be safe. And that's all I got to really say.
Oh, hold on, Elijah. I can't let you go. What we talking about? What you talking about? What happened?
It's I'm gonna say this. So out there at Lafayette, I don't want to put people's names in it yet because
don't put no names in. Just tell us what happened. Just basically say it was allegedly the following had been said to have occurred?
Allegedly, one of the reporters was touched inappropriately while doing a story out there. Yeah, it could kind of hurt my heart because I know what the lady is, but she was touched inappropriately. She was doing a story at a distillery, and you know.
Oh yeah, and it's in the news that a person has been arrested of rape. That's a owner of a distillery.
Okay, so
it is in the news. It is in the news, and yes, under any, I did not know it was involving the alleged rape was involving a reporter. Regardless if it's a reporter, anybody,
lady.
Men, keep your hands to yourself. Ladies, keep your hands to yourself. Don't touch grown folks inappropriately, Brother Sean P.
Or kids.
Also add with the safety warning. Have y'all seen the amount of bodies they're finding in Houston at the Bayou?
13.
Let's talk about that. That's not getting talked about enough. The amount of bodies that they're finding, double digits, bro.
Okay. With that being said, thank you, Elijah, for those final words. Sean P, give us some final words about the Sean P Experience, the Griot Podcast.
Yes, sir. Go check it out, the Sean P Experience on YouTube. I had a phenomenal podcast yesterday with the brother, Dr. Brian, with his book on Hubert Harrison, the guy that spearheaded Marcus Garvey and Elijah Muhammad, and then Malcolm X, and so on and so forth. You want to tap into that episode on YouTube right now, the Sean P Experience. Have a safe weekend.
That part, Brother Bowtie, give it to me, man.
What it is and what it ain't and what we're going to do about it. Let's talk about it. Let's do something about it. Listen, welcome growth as a gift. Even if it comes wrapped with discomfort and challenges. This is my motivation quote for the day. If you guys wish to support me, follow me at Bowtie on Tide on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. If you support my business, go to www.brothersbowties.com. You guys have a nice day.
That brother always super clean to me. Listen, family, it is Friday, beginning of the weekend, baby. The Boombox Classic is going on in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. If you want pound for pound, the best HBCU atmosphere, Jackson State and Southern coming together, it's always something big. Alabama State, Alabama A&M, when Alcorn plays Jackson State, that's big. When Southern and Grambling plays at the Bayou Classic on Thanksgiving weekend, that's big, the granddaddy of them all. But this game here, if you can make your way down to Baton Rouge, weather is supposed to be immaculate, make your way down to Baton Rouge, A.W. Mumford Stadium on the campus of the Southern University on the Bluff. It's going to be going down. Listen, be better today than you were yesterday. Do something today to be a blessing to somebody somewhere, that no matter what you do, there's no earthly way they could ever pay you back. And always remember that there is no secret what God can do. What he has done for others, he will and he can do for you. But when God is with you, nothing or no one can stand against you. Have a great weekend. Hopefully, if the Lord say the same, we'll see you on Monday. We out of here. Peace. They were there to learn. They were there to